A terrified victim runs to police with a shocking story. She claims she was kidnapped, beaten, and tortured inside a garage. At first, deputies think they're investigating a violent robbery, but when they start searching deeper, they uncover something far more disturbing: a hidden property. A desperate victim hiding in fear, and a small child trapped inside a filthy cage. This is the disturbing case uncovered by investigators in Hocking County. The investigation began when a woman told authorities she had been attacked and robbed by two people she knew. The suspects were Franklin T.J., Varney, and Megan Smith. According to the victim, the situation escalated far beyond robbery. She claimed she had been held captive in a garage where she was assaulted and tortured. Deputies initially focused on locating the victim and confirming her story. But when officers arrived at her father's home, they couldn't find her right away. Eventually, deputies discovered the woman hiding somewhere they never expected. She had locked herself inside a cabinet in the house, terrified that the suspects might come back. When officers finally spoke with her, she described the nightmare she said she had endured. She claimed she had been held against her will in a garage and subjected to brutal abuse. As investigators began gathering evidence, the case quickly expanded beyond a single crime, because the suspects were believed to be staying at a property that deputies later referred to as a compound. And what officers found there would shock them. Deputies traveled to the rural property connected to the suspects. Their goal was simple: locate the suspects and ensure no one else was in danger. But the property appeared chaotic. Investigators suspected the location was connected to drug activity, adding another layer to the investigation. As officers searched the area, they began looking for the suspects' children. What they eventually discovered inside the property left deputies stunned. Inside the compound, officers found a 3-year-old boy living in horrifying conditions. The child had been placed inside what investigators described as a makeshift cage. It appeared to be a playpen that had been secured using string and zip ties. The environment around the child was filthy. Investigators reported the toddler had a soiled diaper, and his sippy cup contained curdled milk. For deputies on the scene, the discovery was deeply disturbing. The focus of the investigation immediately expanded to include child endangerment, but the suspects were nowhere to be found. Authorities quickly launched a search for the suspects. After tracking leads around the property and nearby areas, deputies eventually spotted them fleeing into the woods. A short manhunt followed. Officers pursued the pair through the wooded area until both suspects were finally taken into custody. When questioned, they denied the accusations of sexual assault. However, they admitted to stealing fentanyl from the victim. Despite their claims, investigators continued building the case based on the evidence collected. Eventually, the case moved through the courts. Megan Smith pleaded guilty to charges of endangering children and received a 2-year prison sentence. Franklin T.J. Varney pleaded guilty to child endangerment and attempted rape, receiving a sentence of 7 to 9 years in prison. Another person connected to the case, Ella Webb, also pleaded guilty to attempted child endangerment and was sentenced to 1 year before later receiving judicial release. For investigators, the case revealed not only a violent crime, but also the dangerous conditions surrounding vulnerable children. And for the community in Hocking County, it served as a reminder of how quickly a single report can uncover a much larger and more disturbing reality.